me see you, darling. I love the weekend, love the weekend. Girls are, I bet you can. I love the weekend, love the weekend. Girls are, let me see you, darling. I love the weekend, love the weekend. Girls are, I bet you can. My mommy said I could be anybody. I said I want more money than no money. Break bread with that guy who made the Bugatti. Lifestyle is get money, bun everybody. Painting wife, go bonita something. One who understands why I'm always. Who told you I can't handle my You're on the floor, I'm still holding my Got me talking. Yeah, let me see you, darling. I love the weekend, love the weekend. Girls up, let me see you, darling. I love the weekend, love the weekend. Girls up, now bet you can. I love the weekend, love the weekend. Girls up, let me see you, darling. I love the weekend, love the weekend. Girls up, now bet you can. My 9 to 5 looking like my hobby. I'm living life like a Marvel movie. Stay alive, say hi to my. Take a ride, let's go on my. Why you surprised when I buy you? Who told you I ain't got no money? Who told you I can't handle money? You're on the floor, I'm still holding money. Got me talking. Hey, let me see you, darling. I love the weekend, love the weekend. Girls up, let me see you, darling. I love the weekend, love the weekend. Girls up, now bet you can. I love the weekend, love the weekend. Girls up, let me see.
It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Tonight, the Brooklyn Nets getting set to match up with the Los Angeles Lakers. Won by the Lakers. Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Nets have the basketball. Russell. Runner here won't go down. Lonzo with it. Leads a bucket. To James. Five to shoot for Los Angeles. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2. Russell with it up top. Trailing by 4. Screen coming. Knocked loose. It's Kuzma. To Caldwell Pope. Takes stock of the floor. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Kentavious Caldwell Pope. A couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 78% at the line. Oops, he missed the first one. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Russell into the front court. 5-point game. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go.
What happened is he didn't balance himself.
It's blocked.
You see, that's why you never give up on the play, Ed. You always stay in the game.
Reminiscent of LeBron on Iguodala. Kuzma. James to Caldwell Pope. Lakers down to 4 in the shot clock. Lonzo Ball missed his first. That one goes.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Knocked loose. They love this hustle. And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. Knocked loose. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by LeBron James. It'll stay Brooklyn basketball. Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
LeBron James at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. And he can't convert the free throw. Russell with it up top. 9-0 is the score. Cleans it up. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Hey, look, pretty dudes can mix it up once in a while too, I guess.
Lonzo Ball with the rock. To James. To Kyle Kuzma. James, his first effort, off the mark.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Ball. Lonzo Ball. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Russell into the front court. Just under a minute to go in what's been a hotly contested first quarter. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Ball with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Deep right corner. Down to Chandler. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Russell with it up top. They can get a 2 for 1 if they play this right. Tyson Chandler pins it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Ball into the front court. It's a 9-point lead. Got it.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to cement his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Kyle Kuzma, strong finish.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. The first quarter's complete. So far, it's been all Lakers. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Russell into the front court. They find themselves down 10. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Los Angeles, they have it. James. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. you essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw up and good as they open things up to a 13-point lead. Russell with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Jay Williams, kid from Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because they are. But Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
Jared Allen snatching it out of the air. That's out. Last touch by Jared Allen. Five to shoot for Los Angeles. Down to Chandler. To Ball. Lets it fly from long range. Lonzo Ball hits the tough shot. The defender played it well. Lonzo strikes.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Brooklyn's got it. And the basket good at the rim.
Here's lesson number 1. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of breakdance move they might hit you with.
To Ball. To James. LeBron James. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field. Jay, what makes LeBron so special on the offensive end?
Well, first and foremost, look at that frame. 6'9", 265 pounds with the agilities of a guard. He can blow by you. If he dips that shoulder, there's no way. There is nobody in the NBA that can guard that man one-on-one.
James, well defended. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Count it.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Russell into the front court. Down a bundle. Lakers have it.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
And finishes strong.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Jared Allen at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 77% at the line. First try at the line, no good. He missed a pair of free throws. Caldwell Pope. Rebounded by Russell. Russell with it up top. His guys down big. Yes, D'Angelo Russell. With that, he's 5 for 9.
D'Lo reminds me so much of Sam Cassell. He's not the fastest guy, but he gets where he wants to go anytime. The word that is key for him, potential, potential, potential. Will he be able to accomplish his potential?
Add 2 more points. The defense had him, but the good shooters find a way. Nets have it.
You know, Ed, people don't understand. Tough shots are practiced every single day. With all these different contraptions out there to contest your shot, guys shoot 500 made shots a day. This is the new norm.
James. Can't connect.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks for joining us for the Halftime Report. The second half is about to get started.
I got this now. Let's go.
Knocked loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. Off of Lakers, so the Nets hold on to the possession. All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. Russell not getting the bounce.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
It's James. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
LBJ has it. To Ball. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Off the assist.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
LeBron into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas. Or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
Tough make through traffic.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
LeBron with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Ball. James. Kuzma. To James. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
I think the defender had absolutely 0 chance on that play.
The drive, right to the basket. Plenty of contact. The shot, no good.
I got him.
No good. Defense catching a break there.
Hey, double screen.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. To Russell. Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it.
I'll take that.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
LeBron James trying to cash in on a 3-point play. Shooting 66% in this contest. Whoops, that won't go.
Hands up.
Russell to Hollis Jefferson. Lakers have it. Whoa, what a finish.
That transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Easy path to the rim.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Lakers ball. Has a look. Gets a look. Can't hit. And a nice finish at the rim.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
James to Caldwell Pope. And look out.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
It's no good. Great defense. The crossover, gets inside, and the slam dunk.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
Got him. Be up, baby. Be up.
Doesn't have the touch. No good. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it. Deep three at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter with the Lakers in command. It'll be Lakers ball as we begin the fourth quarter. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
Has a chance. LeVert with a shot, no good. Caldwell Pope to Kyle Kuzma. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Jumper's good.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Oh, a whistle.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
D'Angelo Russell. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Caldwell Pope. To Ball. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Russell. That's off the side of the rim, short. From long range, he has yet to hit one tonight. No good. Couple of cracks at the line now.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
DeMarre Carroll has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 73%. First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Lonzo Ball with the rock. They get it to Kuzma, down low. Oh, nice find for the basket.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Russell, defended by Tyson Chandler. Tyson Chandler sends it away. D'Angelo Russell, and he buries it. James into the front court. He'll run the offense. Count the bucket for 2.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Lakers come up with it.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Throws it down. And takes a ton of contact as well. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Russell slams it down. And boy, that was a lot to navigate.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Caldwell Pope down to Chandler. And count the basket.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Brooklyn with the basketball. To Hollis Jefferson. Kyle Kuzma. Huge block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Russell, too good to leave that wide open. D'Angelo Russell hits.
I know the refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Russell into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Tyson Chandler rejects it. And the slam.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Slams it down. Deep three at the buzzer. The Lakers get the victory as they win this one in blowout fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
With the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Lakers won this matchup with a significant margin. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. The Lakers got their point scoring from these guys on screen.
It wasn't a great performance by these guys. And unfortunately, we have video.
These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a look at what's coming up for the Brooklyn Nets. The Lakers put their opponents away in a blowout. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Los Angeles Lakers. When you have a look at these highlights, you can see how this team wasn't able to get it together. It was definitely a frustrating loss. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Brooklyn Nets.
Game track. Assists.
The Los Angeles Lakers were very impressive in the way they shared the ball, giving each other the opportunity to not just take good shots, but great shots. That's what I believe made the difference for them in this game, that being the great assists.
Player of the game.
Ball.
Could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school. Here are the top plays from the game.
Number 2.
Here's a view of the upcoming games for the Brooklyn Nets. The Lakers dominated this game from beginning to end. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Los Angeles Lakers. It wasn't surprising to see this team on the losing end of this matchup. They weren't very good with their execution, and they suffered for it. Check out the leading scores for the Brooklyn Nets.
Game track. Assists.
The Los Angeles Lakers
Play fantastic team basketball today. Ball movement is clearly what separated these two squads.
Player of the game.
Ball put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in the zone, he just took it to another level. And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.
Maxo, bust down, Maxo, bust down, seal up, break it down, weigh it up, bust it down, open up, seal up, then up, it's a buzz down, we do, got it in the old name, the buzz, we don't even here, we just buzz down, got my on the roof, don't make them buzz down, it's a buzz down, run through the grass like a touchdown, play with it, no buzz down, try to take my chain, I'ma buzz down, seal up, buzz down, break it down, buzz down, weigh it up, 30, 50, 100, I'm down, stay 10 toes, I'm down, 10 toes, Jenny Craig with them, diamond dance like Chris Brown, look at my water, don't drown, neck whip like baptized, church, MJ with the 4-5, fade away, no buns, what? Never like a mummy, fade to a dummy, got a lot of young dummies, go roll rap with the tummy, by the apartment, I moved the in abundance, buzz down the I split the like circumference, then up, it's a buzz down, got it in the old name, the buzz, we don't even here, we just buzz down, got my on the roof, don't make them buzz down, it's a buzz down, run through the grass like a touchdown, play with it, no buzz down, try to take my chain, I'ma buzz down, seal up, buzz down, break it down, buzz down, weigh it up, 30, 50, 100, I'm down, I keep high up, yeah, it's my decorator, well, damn, joysticks like PlayStation, like station, can't keep my weight,